Hey VC, it's Jeff again. Just trying to get through my weekly stack here. So yeah, I probably would have been better served putting this off till tomorrow. 'Cause I spent the entire day doing tiling in my bathroom. And then shut the video in this morning. Shot the video last night. Exhausted, man. Crazy hours at work. Been training a new guy. Uh, yeah, 13-hour shift yesterday, I think. Anyway, so yeah, I think I had a long weekend last week because well, sort of. I was working at home a bit, so it wasn't so lucky this week. So I had an opportunity to listen to a bit of albums while I was working at home. So the stack kind of grew and grew and grew, and I guess I was kind of in the mood for it. Just kept growing and growing. So let me get through this. A little bit of everything in here, but no, I don't think too much jazz this time. But if any, actually. Oh no, there's a little bit in there. Just get through this. There's a little bit of everything. Everything thrift store, new stuff, whatever. Almost new-ish stuff. This one is Chevro. I guess I'm saying that right. Chevro. I don't know. It's French. So this is from a few years ago. So this is the fellow from Haymet. I think a couple of you bought that after I showed it couple months ago. So I don't like this as much as Haymet, but it's still pretty interesting. And yeah, this can be got fairly cheaply. I think that's the title there. It's like 1,000 something, 1,000 Stellas. I don't know. I have no. Maybe it's called 1,000. I don't know what the title is. The cover is so confusing. They put the sticker on it, and there's no name on the spine, so who knows? And the record label just has it's a custom label that has nothing on it. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. It falls kind of in post-punk territory. Definitely heavy Beck influence. As a matter of fact, there is a Beck cover on it. Sort of Ice Ice Baby cover, which also I don't know. So that and they're using a lot of Beck stuff in there too. It's kind of interesting. But it kind of has a kind of a Beck-esque thing going to some degree, but a little harder edged. They mess around a little bit with some electronics, but yeah, it's different. It's a little experimental, a little bit post punk, little slightly more on the punk side, but not snotty or anything like that. A little more arty, but yeah, it's interesting. I think mostly French lyrics, except for the covers. But yeah, kind of cool. Given a couple spins lately. This one was a thrift pickup. Really clean copy of this. Took a chance because it was so clean. And yeah, the Goodwill has like was it 6 for $1 deal or something? I don't know. So Loggins and Messina. So that is Mr. Kenny Loggins. So this is before he was doing like Danger Zone and all that wonderful stuff. You can probably remember from the 80s movies. It's a little more on the kind of folky country rock-esque. So it's quite enjoyable. I'm definitely going to be holding on to this one. Nice clean copy. Yeah, I'm sure, I don't know, I paid probably a quarter, 50 cents for it recently. But yeah, if you can find a cheap copy for a few bucks, I'd say it's worth the pickup. Good one. I think I've seen other people show this too. So Loggins and Messina. I think it's self-titled. Yep, self-titled. So this is another cheapo pickup from the thrift. Probably 50 cents-ish. So this is something I've definitely never seen. It's not that many on Discogs, as a matter of fact. So the Contenders. So I'm guessing that's all. So Moonlight Records. I don't know anything about Moonlight, but it's the only thing I've ever seen on Moonlight. Might be a private press-esque or very small indie. So 1978. It falls kind of like folky bluegrass country rock with a little bit of a power pop edge to it. Is the best way I can describe it. It looks pretty much like the picture. Yeah, so it's pretty much like the picture. It does have a very power pop-ish edge to it, but it's definitely it's bass guitar, piano, fiddle, and mandolin, multiple vocalists. So yeah, you can kind of pick it up from that. Um, so yeah, this is definitely going to get more spins. This is quite a good one. So The Contenders, and I'm pretty sure it's self-titled again. Yep, self-titled. It says The Contenders, The Contenders. So yeah, the cover's a little beat, but the vinyl's VG plus, I'd say. So good one. This was part of a haul of sealed records I got recently. So a place in Pennsylvania was getting rid of their old stock. So I jumped on that because everything was like $2-3 for the most part, plus shipping. So yeah, it's probably this is Big Dipper EP. So yep. So there's another one. Yes, I guess it's one of those bands kind of had heard of and maybe heard a few songs here and there. So I saw this after maybe Steve Carlson had shown it. And, listened to a little bit of Big Dipper. I was like, yeah, whatever, man. $3, get it. So it's something that's been on my radar for a while. Interestingly, on this particular one, they have members of Shonen Knife doing some guest vocals. So this is like 1980s, 87. So they were kind of ahead of the kind of Japanese import curve a bit. I don't think that really took off till the 90s. Next one, this was again sealed. I love this album. This is one I've wanted for a long time. So The Members, and this is At the Chelsea Nightclub, which is one of the main tracks on here. So the main one on this, everyone knows, is Sound of the Suburbs, which for years I always thought it was a Clash B-side or something. But yeah, this is The Members. So if you like the Clash, yeah, you pretty much like The Members. Power pop. So out of UK somewhere or another. Yeah, it doesn't really say where. Oh, but what the heck? Okay. So Mr. Tesco's hair was done by Jean-Marie of Edouard Road. Interesting. They gave their hairdresser the credit. Yep. So custom labels. And the guy's hair is apparently pretty styling because he gave his hairstylist the credit. But I think these guys might even still be around. They have quite a few albums, but this is definitely the one to get. And you can generally get a pretty good copy for under $10. So worth picking up if you like, say, like The Clash or power pop in general. Another one that I've had for a while. So this ska band. So Citizen Fish. It's another English one. So I bought this years ago. So yeah, a little local record shop like to put little green dots on the used vinyl. But this was probably the early 90s. 91. Yep. Made in France. Interesting. So yeah, ska is pretty good stuff. If you like ska, you like Special, that sort of thing, check them out. I think one of the members was like in Subhumans or something. I can't remember now. Dick, Phil, Jasper, and Trotsky. Maybe somebody knows. But yeah, I had the opportunity to see him once. Maybe probably 92, 93. Yeah, I think it would be early 90s, like 92, 93-esque. I was probably in high school. But yeah, they were pretty good live. I just remember having balcony seats for some reason. I can't remember what venue it was. It must have been weird. But yeah, that's Citizen Fish. Wider than the Postcards, this particular one. I think this is like their second album-esque. It's definitely not their first. Second or third. I think it's second. So this one was something I picked up a couple years ago. Just finally got around to opening it. But it's actually a pretty decent pressing, but it sounds like it's digitally sourced. X-Ray Specs and Germ-Free Adolescence. Unfortunately, this one does not have, what's it called? No Bondage Up Yours, which I'm pretty sure must have been a B-side. I have memories of it being on this album, but I think I used to have this on CD, so I'm guessing it's a bonus track on the CD. I do have it covered by Free Kitten, which I probably have right next to me, actually, which is kind of a cool single. Like, hold on, good folks. Yep, there it is. Oh, Bondage Up Yours. Free Kitten. But yeah, this is a lot of people like maybe don't like this because of the vocals. Personally, I like it. It's kind of a very unique vocal stylings. But yeah, there's not really, I don't know if there's any real weak songs on here. Artificial, the first track, opening track. I Live Off You, I'm a Poser. the Day the World Turned Day Glow. They're all classics, man. It's a great album. This particular one is one of the scammy ones where they do like they do 1,000 of each color, and they're like, it's limited edition, get it now. I fell for it. So this one's on like puke, yellow, green splatter, or whatever. But yeah, I have my strong suspicions this is digitally sourced, but I think my friend has an original. I might get it off him at some point, because I don't think he even listens to his stuff anymore. I really need to raid his collection, because he's got tons of Black Flag and SST stuff that I really want. Yeah, I think even the originals probably weren't that great, because I think that it was a cheap recording to begin with. But yeah, I'd be kind of curious to hear it compared to the original. So it's another one off the is out of an Unwound box set, but I used to have this on CD. The Future of What? This is probably my second favorite, I'd say, Unwound. So it's got a lot of the energy and whatnot that Fake Train had. Fake Train was kind of sloppy. It's still my favorite. It just has that energy to it. So this one has the energy, but it's more polished. If that means anything to you. So they fall kind of in a art rock, noise, math rock, somewhere in there. Yeah, these guys, yeah, probably one of my favorite. Well, they are one of my favorite bands, but they might be my favorite band. So yeah, I picked up the last box set. I don't know if I'm going to get their very first box set through Numero, because it's a lot of their early projects, and a lot of that stuff's kind of rough. But yeah, I might get it eventually. I'm sure somebody will sell it cheap at some point. Another one. This is sorry guys. So this is a Japanese pressing I picked up. So why there is some jazz in here. Art Ensemble of Chicago. Yep, People in Sorrow. Don't remember where this is in their discography. It's somewhere, I guess, around 6 or 7. Here you go. So it's Japanese pressing. So the notes are all in Japanese. There's the Japanese title. That's it. It should have a Japanese insert, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I guess it's a cheaper pressing, so they just put the notes on the back. But yeah, it's a little far more out there for some people, but I love it. Art Ensemble of Chicago. Definitely this one from Andrew Tales from the Crate. He recommends the first 10, I think he told me. So I picked that one up. I'll definitely be picking up some more. I do have some stuff with Joseph Jarman where he's appearing on some Japanese albums. So yeah, maybe I'll let Andrew in on those ones at some point, because I'm pretty sure he'd want them. But not that I'm selling them, But yeah, anyway, here's another one. This one everyone seems to know. It shows up every once in a while. This is Pill, Public Image Limited. Don't know where this falls in their discography. I think it's kind of a middling one. But yeah, it's definitely one you got to be in the mood for. Yeah, I didn't pay $1 for that, but it was still pretty cheap. I think I just recycled the sleeve. It's one of those stupid Blake sleeves. So this is like a later, great price, whatever, but it's a UK press. So, sounds decent, but yeah, I'm not gonna play it like constantly, so it's good for me. Yeah, it's a bit different. It's got like very bassy, drum driven, whatever. So yeah, it's one of those ones you kind of have to be in the mood for, but I like it. Worth a check out. You can always stream it. So Flowers of Romance by Public Image Limited. Friggin' hell. This is why you always do research, guys and girls. Let me just see if I can pause this for a second. Alright, continuing. Sorry about that. I just wanted to make sure I read this name correctly. He's a Japanese artist. So, all kanji on here, the like Chinese style characters. So this is pretty much like a bargain bin one in Japan. And I don't know, I think in overseas it definitely goes for a little bit more, but it's worth a pickup. This is Inoue Yasui's, it's one of his early releases. So he's the kind of like, he's like one of those, he's pretty, he was whatever. I think he did die a couple years ago, but yeah, pretty big in Japan. Kind of, like a Sean Lennon type figure. So folk rock. Still shows up a bit. So, yep, gatefold. Here we go. So it's Inoue is the English spelling, and Yosui, Yosui. But on Polydor. So if you're into kind of folk rock stuff, this is really solid stuff. Of course, this is going to be pretty much all Japanese. But yeah. Here you go. Didn't want to mess that up, or at least not too badly. Continuing on. So yeah, kind of jazzy. So this is the Heliocentrics. Yeah, I usually file this with my jazz stuff. So out of that UK jazz scene, and guest appearance on this one is Shabaka Hutchings. I'm just messing all this stuff up today. Shabaka Hutchings on he's on bass clarinet on this one. So yeah, one of my favorite sax players. So maybe these days anyway. So worth it check out. This is quite possible. I think their new one's supposed to be quite good. Other than the new one, this one's probably my favorite. So, yep, it's a good one. If you're into that new UK jazz scene, label for what it's worth. What's that say? Soundway. Continuing on, because this is going to be a long one, I think. It's a fairly big stack. We're about halfway through it. This is not the final Me Please one, but I did dig it out because of that. Yeah, I swapped that out because I didn't see any point having two copies. But yeah, Stevie Nicks, Belladonna, you know this one. I'm sure this is going to be showing up a lot in upcoming videos, I guess. So this is the first pressing. Vinyl's near mint. That's what I paid for it. So yeah, all you guys who paid $35, yeah, you're suckers. Yeah, this is $1. Yeah, you can get this in the dollar bins all the time. But this is the one that has Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty, Edge of 17, Leather and Lace. I think Highwayman was a minor hit. And yeah, Belladonna, I guess, was kind of a minor hit, which is the title track. So yeah, Stevie Nicks, can't go wrong with Stevie Nicks. Really solid album. Obviously, if they're bothering to reissue it in VMP, charging $35 for it, it better be damn good. So here, this is a Japanese punk band. I had the opportunity to see these guys a couple times at least. So this is their release from 2016, I think. Well, it says 2015, so it's either 15 or 16. But it was recorded in 2015. So, Frantic Stuffs. So, yeah, I missed it first time around, but I was lucky. I was digging and digging and digging. I found it finally used. So it's got this kind of interesting textured sleeve. And there you go. Last Wave is the title. Yeah, if you like punk, it's definitely worth a check out. It's a pretty strong album. So, Frantic Stuffs, this is their only full length. So I think the members are in other bands. I can't off the top of my head remember who's in what band, but yeah, this is a solid one. I think they have some 7 inches too. So here's one that definitely didn't go on my Twitter feed. Not Twitter. I'm just out of it today, man. Instagram. So Antiscene, Eat More Possums. Enough of that nonsense. Yeah, we'll do that because that's pretty nasty. So yeah, just really crude punk rock. Emphasis on the crudes. This is, I think, a 92. Yeah, 92 album. So produced by Jeff Dahl. So yep, out of the Carolinas, North Carolina, I believe. And yeah, the cover. Yeah, they're just kind of part of that whole like kind of G.G. Allin, Murder Junkies, whatever scene. Kind of shock punk, whatever. I don't even remember what you can call that stuff. I guess it's shock punk. So yeah, it's interesting. It's not. I'm not like a huge anti-scene fan, but it's good to have one, I guess. Um, don't have any murder junkies left in my collection. I think I had some in the past. So next up, this is a. I think this is a repress. I found it used in Japan for. I think they go for a few bucks nowadays though. Thomas Stenko, and I can't even read that backwards. Adam Makowicz unit. So Thomas Stenko, trumpet player, Polish. He had a lot of ECM releases. Adam Makowicz on electric piano, and I'm going to screw this up, Czesław Barkowski, a very Polish sounding name, on drums and percussion. So it's kind of ECM-ish. It's got some bopish. It's a little slightly more bopish than the typical ECM fare, but yeah, he does have a bit on ECM. If you like ECM, you definitely would like this. But yeah, it's slightly more bopish, and if you kind of like ECM, yeah, you might like it too. But yeah, so originally recorded in '75, worth a check out. There we go, one more time. And yep, I guess it's just self-titled. This one is a favorite. I had they had a CD out for ages, and they re-released it a couple years ago on LP. So definitely be checking out. I think it was called Voice of America. I think I just ripped it to MP3. And yeah, when I was moving back and forth about 10 years ago, I just ditched all my CDs for the most part. I held on to a few Japanese things, but this is Suspects, so kind of political punk from DC. So this one's got Uncle Sam, Catfish, Bondage, about bondage, and Mommy. So, yep, 1993 on this one at Inner Ear Studios, the same one all the Discord bands are on. But yeah, I always love the Suspects. They're a great live band, and yeah, their albums are good. So definitely maybe pick out their LP at some point. I don't think they go for a lot. So this was another one I had from my collection in high school. So double-sided. So everyone knows the Bikini Kill side, yeah. And but my personal favorite is the Huggy Bear side, which I love Huggy Bear. So Bikini Kill side's got White Boy, This Is Not Test, Rebel Girl. So yeah, those are the big ones off that. And I'm pretty sure they were all released on that singles comp at some point. And then yeah, Huggy Bear. T-shirt Tucked In is a really good one. Into the Mission's good. February 14th is good. Yeah, everything on Huggy Bear side's really strong. So yeah, love me some Huggy Bear. I got this, they're in 10-inch, and I think I might have a 7-inch around somewhere too. But yeah, awesome stuff for Huggy Bear. So Riot Grrrl stuff. Huggy Bear falls a little more in the little more art rocky, but they self-identified as Riot Grrrl, I'm pretty sure. So we'll say they're Riot Grrrls. They were kind of active with the that Kill Rock Star, K-Rex crowd, and I think they toured with like Unwound at one point, which might be how I found them. So instead of getting Belladonna, I opted to swap my VMP for Jorge Ben's Africa Brazil. So this is his, I believe this, for the notes, it was his first electric album. So kind of that Brazilian samba with an electric influence there. So quite good, and I think you guys have all seen this. It's kind of on that not piss yellow. It's kind of like a mango yellow. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. So not a gatefold or anything, but yeah, got lots to put away, and then almost to the end. Oh, I actually have other jobs in the stack. Okay, didn't think I did. Okay, this is a Japanese comp from '98. So there's a lot of alternative Japanese acts with the it's a themed record. So this is when so I'm falling asleep on my feet there. So this is when Japan won they won the ability to host the World Cup, and maybe they won the World Cup. I can't remember. I don't think so, but I'm not a massive soccer fan. But I was there when they did host the World Cup, so this might have been when they won the ability to host it, and I want to say they hosted it maybe 2002. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, I was out there for that, and yeah, they were kind of co-hosting with Korea, and I happened to be in Korea at the time. There's just stories there, but yeah, this is a really, really good comp. So all these Japanese alternative acts, and they're all soccer themed or football themed. Yeah, songs, and it's kind of this really cool green vinyl. So on this, it opens up with Cornelius doing Ball Kickin'. It has got another one of my favorites, Seagull Screaming Kisser Kisser, named after, was that Depeche Mode, I think? Was there a song like that? Yeah, but they're another kind of girl alternative, they're not Riot Girl, but they're kind of art rock girl band. Pretty good one. The one I wasn't familiar with, but I really liked, was Yoshie. So kind of folk rocky, like Mary Lou Lord or something. I don't know. And there's some other stuff. Yeah, one of the vocalists from Seagull Screaming Kiss Her Kiss Her did like another track with another artist. But yeah, it's a really, really good album. So highly recommend it. It's on Trattoria Records. So I'm a little unclear about the story of Trattoria Records. So it's either a promo from the Spaghetti House or it's an actual label. I am not sure. But there is a chain that was, they went by Trattoria for a bit in Japan. Yeah, they always have these weird promos. So, could been, not sure. And last one, this is like, I think it's 76. This is a Japanese pressing of the quintet with, so you got Charlie Chan, which was, not Charlie, Bird, Charlie Bird, whatever. And then Dizzy Gillespie, I am tired, man, I'm tiling all day. Dizzy Gillespie, I cannot say that. Bud Powell, Max Roach, and Charles Mingus, a pretty classic. Bob went up there. So otherwise, it's pretty similar to the English release. I think it's got Japanese inserts. I'm missing the Obi, but on Debut Records, super pressing. It sounds amazing. Yeah, can't go wrong with 70s pressings. Yep, it does have an insert. Yep, I thought as much. So, yep, Japanese insert with, catalog. So, yep, there we go, guys. So, if you haven't already, I'm going to put a link to the GoFundMe again on this video in case you guys missed out on that for Stu Carlson. So we got a few things going on there, I think. And so just everyone have a wonderful week. I am going to be crashing the rest of this evening. I just wanted to get this out of the way because the stack was getting quite big. And yeah, just have a good one, man. Have a good one.